In most municipalities and counties, you do not need permits to replace your windows. You're replacing windows and the same size opening with the same size opening. You're not altering the construction or the footprint of the house, so you usually don't require a permit. There are a few municipalities that they want the revenue, so you have to get a permit for installing a storm door and stuff like that. But the vast majority of them, you don't need a permit for replacement windows. There is a whole separate issue, though, for lead. If your house is pre-1978 and has lead paint, you have to follow all kinds of lead procedures. There's lead paperwork that the homeowner has to sign off on, giving them a lead pamphlet. We have to put up different barriers. We have to dispose of the windows. It's just a whole different lead installation. And at that time, the salesman would address that with the homeowner. And there's different chemical testing, assumptions, and things like that we do to figure out if your house is in fact lead. And the way you can find out the age of your home if you don't know when your home was built is this wonderful app called Zillow. It will tell you the square foot of your house, how many acres you're on, your heating and cooling system, your bedrooms, and the year your home was built and completed. Well, so if you add an addition, if you change the footprint of your house, move change the foundation or anything like that, you need permits. If you do a roof, most municipalities in Kansas require a permit for the roof, which we're capable of doing that kind of stuff. I mean, we're straight legit. We do all the stuff we're supposed to. And then, of course, we're fully insured, work comp, liability. Everything's straight with Thermo King, straight and narrow. We don't want any issues. We're long-term. We've been in business since 2000 here in Kansas City, and part of a company that's nationwide since 1980. If it's roofs, it's Johnson County. If it's siding, it's the city. If it's windows, it's the city, just using here in the Kansas City local area. Leawood requires a permit for siding, but they don't require a permit for windows. Fairway and Westwood require a permit for everything. Literally, if you put a storm door up in Westwood, you better have a permit. If you go to Missouri side, they don't require permits for windows or siding. They do require permits for roofs. After doing this 30 years, you just know this town requires it, this town doesn't. They have very stringent rules about types of materials that can be used on homes for siding, for windows, for roofs, for things like that. And so it's, like just using something on this, HOAs. Different neighborhoods have different HOAs, and it's like, yeah, I live in a neighborhood where you can't have black windows. It's part of the HOA. I didn't create the rule. I just live in that neighborhood. And so if somebody tries to put black windows up, the HOA has to sign off on the improvement before you can do it. Otherwise, you've got issues with your HOA. Well, that's just an HOA level. Then you've got the city. Then you've got the county. Then you got the state, on and on and on. So it's just, when we go out, again, we've been doing this forever here in the Kansas City metro area. We're intimately familiar with all the neighborhoods, with all the municipalities, with all the counties and all the rules and stuff like that. So if your neighborhood, you're getting a bid for black windows and you present it to them, it's like, hey, neighborhood doesn't allow black windows. You obviously don't want to buy black windows. That's something our representatives, when they come in the home, can help the homeowner with, is like, here they require a permit. We do all that. The homeowner doesn't have to do any legwork or anything like that. And it's incredible to me. A lot of companies, even decent sized companies, are like, hey, you, the homeowner, got to go down to City Hall. You got to take off time from work and go to City Hall and pull this permit. We do all that. We're professional.